This video is not for kids. Doo-dah, doo-dah. This video is not for kids, so kindly bugger off.
Welcome, dear viewer. It is time for another episode of Lost in Space.
Hello peeps, I am Moobit and welcome back to the MC Aegis server. Ooh, that is satisfying. Look at that. Yes, last time we got stuck in an endless tunnel. Why? No, it never ends. And we shall never talk about it again. I was walking along there for well over an hour before I just finally gave up. So that was fun. But this time, obviously, we're going to sort out the sides and the insides of our main arcade machine base right here. And as you can see, I've put a Moobit text down the side because this is going to be my main base. I'm just waiting for the water to drain away. And I think that looks rather nice. Look at that. Yeah, I'm quite happy with that. So let's do the other side, shall we? And of course we're going to do that in the form of a time lapse. And today, sort of mental health wise, I was reminded about how far I've actually come in the last couple of years. You know, you just going around doing your own thing, you know, as the years go on, and you just kind of take things for granted. But I'm on a mental health support group on Facebook, and someone was replying to my Rory mental health check of the week about me travelling to Liverpool with a friend of mine who's a professional drone surveyor, just shadowing him, see how he does things, because I'm a drone cinematographer, so we figured we could learn from each other, you know, sort of cross skills, it were. And yeah, even like 3 months ago, I wouldn't have even dreamt of doing something like that, especially going to a new place on my own without what some of my inverted commas safe people around me, you know. Even though I'm friends with this person, you know, you build up that network of people that make you feel, you know, safe when you've got an anxiety, PTSD kind of thing. And there were a couple of people on the support group saying that they couldn't dream doing that and they wish they could do that one day. And I found myself thinking, well, how did I get there? And hopefully this is some advice for you guys. I mean, I've learned through my good wife, actually, to do things little and often. Just little baby steps, even if they feel like baby steps and like you're not making any progress. As long as you're moving forwards, even just a tiny bit, you can pretty much do anything eventually. And yes, you've got to be forgiving to yourself. You've got to be forgiving to your body and to your brain. If you've got mental health, you've got to accept that you're not the same person you were before you were diagnosed, and things are going to take you longer to get your head round and get used to. And that's okay. And if you fall, that's fine too. Why do we fall? So we can learn to pick ourselves back up. Good old Alfred in Batman, eh? But yeah, I mean, that Liverpool trip was basically like a year in the making, really. I mean, I got to know this guy through the CA pilot forums, you know, and it turns out he was local, and you know, we were just talking for ages and swapping tips. And then like one day I had a coffee, you know, with my wife there as well, and then another week I had a coffee just myself, and then another week went for a half, and then another week we'd exchange phone calls and see how each other were doing, you know, and bit by bit you build up, and until eventually I managed to spend the day away from home in Liverpool with you know, a friend, but still not someone I spent loads of time with in real life. And of course, in retrospect, that day was a bit too much for me, and that's the falling part. You know, I was mentally exhausted for about 4 days afterwards. I was proud of myself for being able to do it, but you know, it took me a long time to recover from that. But that's fine. I'm learning what my body is now capable of. I'm learning what my brain is now capable of. And that's all you need to do. Just break whatever the task is, even if whether you've got mental health, whether you haven't, if you've got a big task that feels too big and too insurmountable, just break it down into lots and lots of tiny little steps and do one or two if you can manage. Tiny little steps every day or every couple of days, however you feel you can do. And eventually, yeah, not as fast as you might like, but eventually you will achieve that goal or that task being completed. Anyway, I really hope that was helpful. Let's get back onto the MC Ages server and start working on the inside of the arcade, shall we? Okay, and we are back, and on a live stream I filled in the inside of the arcade machine in some black concrete, which was a ball ache to get, as you can imagine, because it's very hard to get hold of black blocks in this game. But then we've also started building our Space Invader that's going to be beaming visitors up to the UFO above that we built in the previous couple of episodes. And I think it's looking quite good, if I say so myself. I'm just going to try and fly so I can show you. But what I'm doing next is I've filled the whole thing in with black, but I want to, exactly where these blocks are, I want to bust out a hole in the side as though the Space Invaders kind of like flown in and busted a hole in the wall here and kind of just come to a stop. So I'm just working on that now. And then I think eventually once I've terraformed outside, which is going to be a month down the line at this rate, I'm going to have the black, I guess the black blocks just kind of strewn on the outside, maybe a couple on the inside where it's just kind of smashed its way through. But I'm just trying to figure out, because I just do this from the outside, but precious blocks. I do this from the outside, but the problem with black concrete is you can't see the outline of the, the block outline when you're staring at things. So I'm doing it just by lining my back up to the actual Space Invader itself. Okay. So I think that's the bottom of it. Yeah. That's the bottom of it then. That makes sense. And then we can put some windows in or something at the bottom, and then a door, just an open doorway for people to just come and go as they please. Because the sort of redstone-y craziness is going to be underneath the arcade, which the public won't have access to. But they're welcome to explore around above the arcade, the rooms above, and obviously the with having the UFO above, I might even make that into a shop eventually. So yeah, I'm going to get on with doing this, and we're going to see what it looks like. And then we've got to do the back end of the UFO, and we're just about done for this episode, I think. Yes, that's more like it. So it just looks a bit like it's smashed through. I'm going to save the black blocks, like I say, and I want it to be like a cartoon, when they run for the wall and they leave like an impression behind. But yeah, that looks kind of cool. I like that, if I say so myself. Now we've just got to fill in the rest of this bottom bit, and I'm thinking to carry on the Space Invaders theme, I might even have I'm going to fill it in for now, but I might even have some of the they call them spaceships on Space Invaders, but it's basically a triangle of green blocks, and have those as windows on the bottom, and then just have one of the windows busted out that people can just walk in and out. And unfortunately, massive Nether Portal, you're going to get pigmen. That's just how it is. But you can see I put some floating blocks just behind me there to show like the Game Boy screen, like I imagine like the Space Invader was like sucking the screen away from the Game Boy, which I thought was pretty cool. But I'm just going to work on putting these blocks in. I'm trying to figure out where I'm going to put some windows just to let some light in. And I think I wasn't keen on what I was doing before, so I think something like this. And then where's the other block? So there, something there maybe. Bust all that out. So I can do the whole thing, or maybe I'll put the other sides down. Let me think about that. Hey up peeps, it is now the next day. I have finished the downstairs. It looks pretty good. I'll do a big reveal at the end. I'm now moving on to try and quickly do the front screen of the arcade machine here. And obviously this is the beam me up beam, if you will, of the actual thing. And basically, we're just going to do a Space Invaders game screen, or as best we can with the space that we have. But I've balls up the spacing, so I'm just getting rid of this, because I'm replacing it with black concrete. I just think it looks better from the outside. The wall just looks like wool, so I'm just going to do the black screen all out of black concrete. And I might use wool for the sprites and things. I don't know. But for now, I'm just going to get rid of this wool. We're going to put all the black concrete in and take a step back and see what it looks like from the outside. Because I tell you what, it looks all right from the inside. I'll tell you what, it looks like quite good from the inside. There we go. See what I mean about the spaceship, inverted commas? It was back when I was a kid, this is what graphics looked like. It was just blocks. It was basically Minecraft. Yeah, the spaceship is just 4 blocks like that. And the things above it are shields that you would take shelter from the bullets coming down from the Space Invaders at the top. Oh, this is going to be so cool. I can't wait. I can't wait to get this finished and show you from the outside. I'm so excited. Of course, first I'm going to do the actual Space Invader sprites themselves. And I'm going to this is the second one. I'm going to let you follow along. I think I put that one in the wrong place. There we go. You'll see there's one on my left here. But I'm basically using stairs to just basically using stairs to make the sprites as best I can. This is pretty much based off of a design by someone on YouTube already. So I'm going to see there you go. If you could get, that would be brilliant. If you could get concrete stairs, get bright green concrete stairs or bright pink concrete stairs. There you go. So there's your little Space Invaders, and I put 2 up there, and then the rest have been shot. There's like one a bit further down out there. Then all we basically need to do is fill in the gaps with the black concrete. And I might even put some light sources behind the eyes of the Space Invaders just from the outside so they glow. I don't know. I'm going to figure that all out. But yeah, I think it's just the finishing touch, because I don't want this to be like update. So I'm just going to get straight on with it on a live stream, and then we'll show you the end result. Oh yeah, it's looking really cool. I'm just doing the finishing touch now, which is a giant actual Space Invader based off the actual in-game sprite here. Just on the outside, just to signify that this is indeed a Space Invaders arcade machine. I need to fill that in there because I'm just going to pour water on right at the end. Oh man, I'm so chuffed with this. This looks so cool, if I say so myself. Right, as always, I've got the graph paper in front of me. I'm just following along. I've drawn it on graph paper, which is a good tip for you, especially if you've got a bad memory like me. I think that's, yeah, that looks right. Put another one up there for his little antennae. Just gonna get the water bucket out. Oh yes. Oh man, I'm showing my age here, but I mean, I grew up when there were Space Invaders arcade machines just in pubs and chip shops and stuff. It's the arcade machine is sadly a thing of the past, really. It's all gambling machines these days. I do like light gun arcade machines, and that's a project for another day. There's going to be more than one arcade machine here. This is going to be the big one on top of the mountain, and then at the bottom of the mountain I'm going to have a load more, like a pinball table, another arcade machine. I want it to be a light gun game, and as the water drains, look at that! Oh, that is so cool! Yes! Oh, I'm chuffed for this. Yeah, I'm going to get rid of that torch though. I'm just checking the light level here, as you can see. So I've got some lights on the, from the bottom you won't see them, but I think that shouldn't spawn any mobs. Oh, look at that. Look at that. And once the water drains, that's getting a screen print, but there we go. That is my main, the shell at least, of my main arcade base. We've been a busy day today. We've done the bottom there where we've got the Space Invaders motif, and we've finished the Space Invader UFO that's crashed through. We've done the screen, and we've done the top marquee is what they call that. I've just noticed there's a zombie there. I'm just walking around, so Obviously, I'm going to have to put some carpet on there. But yeah, hopefully that's been quite enjoyable, and hopefully my talk about mental health and how to cope with pressurised situations and things has been somewhat useful to some of you. And until next time, I've been Moobit. You've been watching MC Ages. Go check out my latest video on the /Moobit channel about filmmaking and BTS stuff, and I will see you at the next video. Ta-ra!
I like to move it, bit, bit.